doing her thing by herself. Most people assumed she would go after the label, given it was their fault that the album leaked. But, surprisingly, Mya chose not to pursue legal action. Instead of making a public spectacle out of it, she opted to walk away from the label and become an independent artist, choosing to leave without seeking any compensation or stirring up drama. And this had people wondering why she would do that. I mean, she could have made millions from suing her label. But for some reason, she just chose to walk away like that? Yeah, the math isn't mathing. And if y'all think that the reason Mya didn't sue was because she didn't know that she was entitled to compensation, let me stop you right there, because she knew what she was entitled to, but she was just too scared to fight. In a candid interview with Vlad TV, Mya opened up about the devastating impact the Liberation album leak had on her career, revealing how it cost her millions and months of hard work. Though she maintained her composure, it was clear she still had some deep feelings about how things played out, and how it pretty much ended her career. She also revealed that the real reason behind her decision to walk away from the label without taking legal action was that she was simply fed up. The label had become too controlling and demanding, and she had reached her breaking point. This interview was the first time Mya publicly addressed her feelings and spoke openly about the music industry's darker side. She revealed that there was so much behind the scenes that fans had no idea about, everything from negativity to shady, sometimes even illegal, practices that artists had to deal with. It was a raw look into the shadiest and most disgusting parts of the industry, and Mya made it clear that what many fans see on the surface is only the tip of the iceberg.
There can be power plays and ultimatums given for the people that hold the power, whether that be toward a female or male artist. The foundation, it's very dangerous for you as an individual. And you have to not be desperate. You have to be willing to say, I'm good, and walk away.
She also claimed that the powerful people in the industry often go out of their way to target the younger and more vulnerable artists who are still trying to find their way in the industry.
You must protect your space, but you don't necessarily know what the agenda is behind someone speaking down to you, at you, etc. There are horrible things that happen every day, whether it be in the industry or not, mentally, emotionally, sexually, financially. And you have to break down your value. You really have to assess that and your standards. And it's very difficult if you don't know it, if you can't identify it regarding what's coming at you. And that takes some time to maybe step away if you walked into this game not knowing who you are and your limitations. You grow into that. If you start early in any game without knowing who you are and being solid in some type of foundation, it's very dangerous.
She then said that the Hollywood elites and the powerful people in the high ranks often preyed on the younger, naive, newer artists. And from the way she said it, it was clear as day that she had had some sort of experience with this sort of thing, which is just sad to think about.
But I would definitely have to say those in power, that want to abuse it and get off on abusing it, definitely plot on their prey, and you have to be willing to sacrifice anything that you think you might benefit from, a career, etc., and say no, period.
She then hinted that her career was held back because she had refused to give in to the pressures that she faced in the industry, claiming that she was bold enough not to backtrack or compromise on her values.
How did you stay so guarded within your career?
This is what I did. I said, no, I'm good, thank you. No, thank you. Okay, so sometimes that doesn't translate as far as what you are allowed to have, what you have access to. You will be blackballed. You will be talked about. You will be shit on. You will be rumored about. But you have to stand strong on what you don't care for. It's not that serious to me, if I have to sell my soul. I understand that I might have sacrificed something in the physical world, but the spiritual world is not worth it. You're okay. You don't need to do anything. What you need to do is protect every part of your life, your spirit especially, because everything else is connected to that, you know? It's beautiful. There are some people, not everyone, that have huge egos, you know, and awful mindsets towards men, towards women, towards people. And it's very difficult to be around. It's just very difficult. And the way they define success is not your idea of success.
Yeah, this sounded a lot like she was forced into some freaky situations, or at least they tried to. According to an insider, when Mya met with Jay-Z for the remix of her song Best of Me Part 2, Jay-Z put moves on her, and according to Mya, he allegedly tried to get her into a three-way with him and Diddy. In fact, the remix almost didn't happen because Jay-Z felt salty that she turned him down and wasn't grateful that he was hopping on her song. Producer Tone, who was one of the duo, claimed that Jay-Z felt disrespected by Mya because he didn't think that she was grateful enough to him for hopping on her song. He said, "So Jay came to the studio that night at the Hit Factory. He got it right away, he understood what it was, but he didn't like Mya's vibe in the room. He looked at her like she was a spoiled brat because she was. Jay looked at her like, I'm about to rap on your record, you're about to have a hit, and I don't think you really appreciate it." The producer claimed that Jay-Z then stormed out of the studio, after which people in the studio said to Mya, "Yo, Mya, Jay wants to do the record, but he feels like you're not even giving him any love, like no thank you or none of that." Allegedly, Jay-Z continued to try to get her to be involved with him and Diddy, and when he got tired of her playing hard to get, he got her label to delay her album and allegedly plotted to have it leaked to teach her a lesson. And this is what she hinted at in her interview, where she talked about how some powerful people in the industry try to take advantage of younger and naive women because she came super close to being victimized. And when she refused, she lost her career over it. And as if that were not bad enough, the media completely tore into her, accusing her of being Jay-Z's sidekick. It got worse when Beyoncé's Lemonade album dropped, and Mya was accused of being Becky with the good hair. She was dragged so hard that she eventually had to come out to deny the allegations. A fan on Instagram asked her, "Heard you and Jay-Z had an 11-year affair. Are you his side chick or nah?" And Mya quickly fired back, "Never did, never was, never will." She also wrote, "I play second to no one, pay my own bills, have my own label, own management company, rely on God only, and respect myself and marriage too much for nonsense." Mya continued to maintain that nothing improper ever went down between her and Jay-Z.
In the past, of course, you've been accused of similar things.
Well, that's what you sign up for when you enter into the business.
Absolutely, but it must be hard dealing with all the beehive coming at you.
I don't have anybody coming at me, but I know what I'm not guilty of.
Of course, of course.
It's crazy how much Jay-Z has allegedly been getting away with right under out noses. And fans commented, "Always wondered what happened to Mya. She always had an elegance and grace about her. Respect her then, even more now. Proud of her." Jay-Z is always getting exposed for doing some crazy stuff against the people of his community. It's crazy. And Jay-Z finally getting exposed. Hope it continues. BC, that's the real snake in the industry. But what do y'all think about Jay-Z allegedly setting Mya up like this? Do you think she's telling the truth, or do you think that she's jumping on a bandwagon? Let me know how you feel about this in the comments, and then check out this next video.